Hey y'all, it's Allison here, and guess what? This is my Daniel fast for weight loss, day 7. So we're getting there. We're going up to day 21, so we just have 2 more weeks to go. So it's been a week. Yay! But it's been fun. If you watch my previous video, you know I made a nice almond cake dessert and husband loved it. I loved it. It was really, really good. So today I made a vegan chocolate mousse cake. So let's come have a look, see how it turned out. We ate it. We ate half, a little less than half of it, but here it is. Let's see here. There it is. It turned out really good. Now I've made this pie before, a slightly different recipe, and I made it using maple syrup. But of course, you know I can't have maple syrup now, so I use monk fruit. And the only thing that I would change in the pie is the monk fruit, actually, because the monk fruit, it tastes good. It's sweet like sugar, but it has like a cold finish. So like, you know, like when you're eating peppermint, you see, is this going? Yeah, it is. So you know, like when you're eating peppermint has that cold finish. Well, monk fruit does as well. So I'm gonna try, I think there's a monk fruit syrup out there. At least I was reading about it. And I'm gonna try it next time with the monk fruit syrup and see if it doesn't have that cold finish, because it kind of, to me, it kind of detracted from the overall taste of it, even though it tasted really good. So what was in this pie? Well, the bulk of the pie is actually avocado. So you can use a regular Haas avocado, Haas avocado, but I used this because I like the way they taste. It's extra ripe. It's really, really ripe right now. It's usually a nice bright yellow color. This one is from the Dominican Republic. Florida produces a similar one, but it's more green than yellow, but it's still long like that. The taste of that particular avocado happens to be a little sweeter. In all honesty, I've done it before with the Haas avocado, but you really can't taste the difference. And the main reason is that when you mix all the flavors into the avocado, you could taste everything but the avocado. So that's the reason why it makes a great base for a vegan or keto or type dessert, because you can't taste it, but yet you get that nice moussey consistency to where it's like a pudding. So let me just run down the ingredients that I used. For the filling, it was avocado, coconut oil, although in all honesty, you can use any kind of vegetable oil. If you don't want a coconut flavor to it, don't use it. Use like a grapeseed oil or something, because you will be able to taste the flavor. I use monk fruit. You can use a monk fruit syrup or some type of 0-calorie syrup. What else? I use vanilla flavor, a little bit of vanilla flavor in it. I actually put almond flavor in it. I'm not going to do that anymore because I don't know why I've been on this almond flavor kick. Don't ask me why. I've been putting almond in everything. My husband said, I can taste the almond flavor. He said, yeah, we can do without that. I said, all right. I've just been on that almond flavor kick. Don't ask me why. It just is what it is. And so let me see. Avocado. Oh, cocoa. Unsweetened pure cocoa powder. So unsweetened pure cocoa powder, in my opinion, is okay for this fast, because, I mean, cocoa powder is a plant, you know, it's a plant, in my opinion. So I don't see the problem. And with this, the only ingredients is cocoa. There's no sugar, there's no dairy, there's nothing in it. It's 10 calories per tablespoon. So, can you see the ingredients? 100% cocoa. So, you know, that's all it is. If you don't feel comfortable eating it, if you're doing the Daniel fast and you're just like, you know, cocoa powder, in my opinion, shouldn't be allowed, then no problem. Just don't make this dessert and make it after the fast. But for me, I don't see the problem in it because I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, so it calls for, so okay, so let's go back again. Avocado, cocoa powder, monk fruit. I use the monk fruit crystals. I would advise you to use some type of 0-calorie syrup. If you're not on doing the fast, even maple syrup. I wouldn't use honey. Honey would sort of change the taste that you're going for, but maple syrup would be just fine, or sugar, I guess, if you want to. But on the fast, some type of 0-calorie sweetener, a little bit vanilla, like maybe a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of vanilla, no more than that. And coconut oil. Blend it up real fine. I blended it up in the food processor. I don't think it got creamy enough for me. When I made it before, I used the blender. So next time I'm going to use the blender, because when I made it before, it was so creamy. I mean, it was just, the consistency of it was just so nice that I made it for a party and no one had any idea there was any type of avocado in it. So I would make that part in a blender, especially one that has some power to it. We have a Vitamix, that's what we use. I love it. I think a Ninja would do just fine, or any other high-powered blender. And then for the crust, the base of it is almond flour. I wouldn't use almond meal, but it's almond flour, coconut oil, also some cocoa powder, and some, like, use some type of 0-calorie sweetener. I'm gonna put the full list of ingredients in the description where you can see it, but I'm just giving you a rundown just so you can get an idea of what was in it. But it was great. My husband loved it. I loved everything about it but the cool, like, aftertaste. It was just a cool after filling, I should call it, because it just felt cold, like I was eating a peppermint. But it was good. So we're gonna have some more tomorrow and all. So, okay, that was that. So now you probably want to know what I ate all day today. And today when I woke up this morning, I ate a little piece of the almond cake that I made yesterday, and you can see the instructions for that in the video Daniel Fast for Weight Loss Day 6. So I had a little piece of that. But that was not a good idea because I'm not eating anything. And then I went running errands, going to the grocery store. And by the time I got back home, I was so lightheaded, I couldn't even think straight. So, you know, I would have been better off having one of my cafe lattes that I like to make with the pecan milk, because that seems to give me sustainable energy because of between the caffeine and the pecans and the pecan milk, it seems to sustain me to where I can go a lot longer without eating. But lesson learned, and everything's a lesson, so it's all good. But at the grocery store, I found some, it was made by the grocery store, it was Publix, and it was peanut butter. And all it is crushed peanuts. And you know, peanuts is very oily, so you don't need to really add anything to it. There's no sugar added to it. Where is it? Here it is. It's just made in this little container. And let me see where's, I don't know if you can see the ingredients very well. But anyhow, it's just crushed peanuts. So I took a few tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3, because I was starving. Like I said, I've been running around just hungry like a mad woman. I took about 2 or 3 tablespoons. I think more like 2 tablespoons, because that's a lot. I put some of the Truvia in there. I love the Truvia. I stirred it around, cut up some celery, dipped the celery in it. It was a fabulous lunch. And it gave me sustainable energy. I was able to go on that for most of the rest of the day, to the fact that me and my husband went walking, and I almost got my 10,000 steps in. It was about to start, you know, we live in Florida, so it was about to start storming. So we had to get back home, but I was walking, and basically all the energy came from that, the celery sticks with the peanut butter, and that was it. So sometimes, I guess the lesson learned when doing the fast is it's the quality. It's not just about eating the foods that you know that's on the list. It's also about eating the foods that you know is going to give you the sustainability and the energy to get through your day without feeling lightheaded or weak. So so you need a combination of fat, protein, and then fiber. So where I went wrong was in eating the almond cake. There's a little fat in there because it's made with almond meal, but it's you know, by the time you get done making it all and baking it, I don't know if that's considered a sustainable enough energy food to where it will last, to where it's going to last as long as I needed it to last, because I was running errands for a little bit there. Whereas the peanut butter, and it was basically in its pure form, just crushed, the peanut butter with the fat gave me that sustainable energy that I need, along with the celery sticks. So, you know, if you just keep that in mind, so that you're not walking around going, oh my God, on the Daniel fast, I'm suffering, I'm weak all the time, I'm lightheaded, you know, just be strategic about it, because there is a lot of things that we can eat, you know. I'm never running out of food ideas. It's just so much we can eat. So if you look at the fast in a sense of, there's an abundance of food that we could choose from, that's nourishing our bodies, our mind, that's giving us the good energy, you're going to be successful on this. And my goal is to make this a lifestyle. I don't want to go back to eating a lot of processed food. I want to go back to clean living. I want to go to clean living, and maybe with some fish. You know, I'm not going to go back to meats. I'm not going to go back to, you know, dairy or eggs. It's going to be clean, maybe with some fish. So I hope that's an encouragement for you to think into your mind, okay, what can I strategically buy that's going to sustain me? Because trust me, not eating the fruit, this is for weight loss, so we're not eating fruit or whole grains. Not eating the fruit or whole grains, the weight is going to fall off. So you don't really have to watch what you eat too much. Now, I'm not going to say eat a whole container of that peanut butter. You're going to gain weight. That's not what I'm saying at all. Don't do that. I'm not sure that you'll be able to, though. It's going to really fill you up. But for the most part, this is a way where you can eat whenever you're hungry. You don't have to worry about counting calories, and the weight's just falling off. Weight's falling off of me. I've already lost, how much did I say I lost? You see, it's 7 days. I think I lost 4.5 pounds. So I may have lost 5. I don't know. So I'll tell you tomorrow how much I'm down, what my final number is. But I know the last I checked, I was down 4.5 pounds since I've been doing it this way. And then add that on to the 7 pounds that I lost just doing the regular Daniel fast for 30 days. So anyhow, so 4.5 pounds on day 7 doing Daniel fast for weight loss. To me, that's pretty good. So, okay, I think I'm rambling because I don't think okay, so just to give you a quick rundown then, I had the almond cake this morning. For lunch, I had the peanut butter with the celery. For dinner, I had beans with guacamole and salsa. And I had a piece of my chocolate mousse pie. So there you have it. Okay, so I wish you guys much success, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Daniel fast for weight loss day 8. Bye.